Yes, hey, what's up, football fans and degenerates? Welcome back to another edition of OzUncut. Looking at some football ahead this coming weekend. I've got to admit, it's been a hell of a damn week. I don't know how you're feeling at the moment, but I'm happy that the weekend is just around the corner, and I hope you are too. We're just going to get to some football in just a moment, but I would like to first thank you all for your support, all your comments, all your views. It's really, really exciting to have you involved, and I would like to make out with every single one of you in some way or another. Unfortunately, via this particular medium, it's not possible. But if you do see me in the streets and you would say, or you would like to reclaim your reward, just let me know and we'll see what we can do. On a more serious note, sort of, don't forget to visit the website, which will be up and running full-blown in the very near future, www.OzUncut.com. Thank you. Let's get to some football. Okay, let's start with the Premier League this week. Some very interesting games happening in the Premier League. We can start off with the early kickoff on Saturday and West Ham v Spurs. I'm a little confused about this game in terms of making a prediction. West Ham have, after a terrible start to the season, finally got a win under their belt. Spurs have had a decent start to the season. I think it could have been better, could have been worse, especially considering they're into a temporary stadium as a home base at the moment. But I don't know. It's very difficult for me to judge who's going to win this one this weekend. There's a part of me that thinks Hammers at home, maybe they can pull out a victory, especially if Andy Carroll's playing and they've got that big target man up front and everything clicks. Spurs, of course, considering they may have a fresh legs team out this Saturday after several changes in the League Cup, you'd think they're pretty good away from home this season as well. So tough to predict. I'm going for a draw. Good luck, Hammers and Spurs fans. I think it'll be a good game. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good game. Burnley Huddersfield, that's a 4 o'clock kickoff. Burnley, pretty solid at home. Of course, we do know Burnley likes to defend very deep. Huddersfield, first season in the Premier League. Of course, they've had good moments, a great start to the season. The shine of the new season has sort of rubbed off a little bit, and they're sort of getting to the reality of the Premier League. I'm going for a Burnley win, just because Burnley at home are traditionally pretty strong. So I think Burnley will have a home win this coming weekend. Everton against Bournemouth. Pains me to say it, but I think Everton will win this week, to be honest. They've had a rough start to the season, but they have had a lot of tough games as well. They have a lot of new players trying to bed into the squad. They obviously spent a lot of money in the summer, but trying to get things to come together. I feel it will click sooner rather than later, and I'm predicting that that could be this weekend against Bournemouth at Goodison. Bournemouth have had a crap start to the season. I mean, you know, they've got a great manager in Eddie Howe. I think they've got a decent squad, and when they're playing well, they can play some pretty nice attacking football. But they've really struggled this year, and they have a tendency to make some pretty stupid mistakes. So, in light of all this, I think Everton will get the 3 points at home at Goodison. You never know. Everton could go tits up as they do and not perform, and that would be an interesting result to see if that's the case. But yeah, I just got a feeling Everton are going to win at Goodison this week. Man City against Crystal Palace. Do I need to say any more? Man City win for sure. I can't see Palace getting anything out of this game, especially under Roy, let me have another nap, Hodgson as their manager. Man City flying high at the moment. What a fantastic squad they've got. Guardiola has finally seemed to have become accustomed to the Premier League, and I can see it being a very good season for Man City. I've said this multiple times so far. I think Man City are going to go close this season. My favourites for the title, and I think they'll have a pretty easy weekend against Palace this coming weekend. Man United travel to Southampton this weekend. It's another 4 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Again, I'm going for a Man United win. Likely Rashford's on fire at the moment. I'll be surprised if he doesn't start at the weekend. Although, of course, he did play midweek, so they may want to rotate the squad. but I would like to see Rashford and Lukaku. I would like to see Rashford and Lukaku up front causing some damage. I can see a Man United victory, but I don't think it'll be as easy as it sounds. I think Southampton will defend deep, and I think they will really choke the midfield, so it'll be difficult for Man United to play. But I can still see Man United coming up with that one or two pieces of quality at some point during the 90 minutes to squeeze the victory. So I'm going for a Man United win. Looking at Stoke v Chelsea, I just got a feeling this is going to be a draw. Chelsea have been good, but not great so far this season. Stoke do know how to play at the Britannia Stadium, and they know how to get results at the Britannia Stadium. They've proved that many, many times over the years, also recently against United as well. So I got a feeling that this one is going to be a draw. Stoke v Chelsea draw. Going to be interesting. Eden Hazard, I think, might be back for a full game this time around. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits in the team with Morata. And will they play Batshuayi, who got a hat-trick in the week in the League Cup? There's a player I'd like to see playing more for Chelsea. But, of course, in true Chelsea style, when it comes to providing youngsters with opportunities, it just don't happen. They spend big money on youngsters and then never play them. They develop lots of young talent and then never play them. That is the trend of Chelsea Football Club. Will they change it? Only God knows. But I'd like to see Batshuayi get a chance. Stoke-Chelsea draw for me. Swansea-Watford. We don't need to go too much detail into this game. Both teams okay, but nothing more. I think Swansea will get the win at home. Very hard to play in Wales. They're a tough team. They've got a great manager in Paul Clement who knows how to get results. So I'm going for a Swansea win. Finally, the late game on Saturday. If I need to, sorry I'm getting my nervous twitch, as I do when I start talking about Liverpool. Liverpool are at Leicester for their second game of the week after being knocked out of the League Cup 2-0 following a great first half performance and a very, very poor second half performance. I'm going for a Liverpool win. I don't know. I just find it very, very difficult to believe that we can lose twice to Leicester in a week, even though both games are away. But we are Liverpool, so anything is goddamn possible. I'm not lying to you. Anything is possible. I know there are some injury concerns over our already weak defense. We should be able to score some goals, but the question is, can we stop them from scoring? And I see problems with that. It could just be a shootout unless Leicester decide to sit back and defend, which a lot of teams do against Liverpool. Should be interesting, but I have to say I'm going for a Liverpool win because I'm one of them idiotic, stupid, optimistic Reds. Forgive me, I apologize. Sunday's game sees Newcastle travelling to Brighton. I'm going for a Brighton win. Brighton have done okay so far this season, considering they're up from the division below. I like their team. I like what they're doing. They got a lot of energy, and they've finally started to score some goals. So I think they could scrape a victory against Newcastle this week. Of course, I do love Newcastle because Rafa Benitez is one of my former love interests. Well, in a private setting at least. But I just think that Brighton will get the win this week. And Monday night, Arsenal against West Brom. Arsenal against West Brom. I see nothing but an Arsenal win here. Arsenal taking a lot of criticism, some of it justified, others not so much. West Brom will definitely defend with everything they've got. The big ones, everything they've got. They're going to put everybody behind the ball, but you'd have to think with the likes of Ozil and Sanchez and Lacazette and whoever they got playing that they should find that at least one moment of quality to get through the game. I actually think Arsenal will win easily on Monday night. West Brom are a tough team to play, but Arsenal still do have some quality. So I'm going for an Arsenal win. And that's a look at the Premier League. Okay, let's give you a quick review of what's happening in Italy this weekend. Some really, really good games, I've got to admit. Saturday afternoon, Roma against Udinese. Roma have been really picking up. They had a great win last week. They seem like they're getting themselves back on track. I can only see a Roma win this weekend and I think that they will continue to move up the table and become even more impressive. The 6 o'clock game, Spal, the new team in the league, against Napoli. I'm really liking Napoli at the moment. They look super good. I'm liking their style of play. Their defense is good. They can go forward really, really with speed, and they're very direct. And I like everything that they're doing. So Napoli will win this easy, I think. I'd be surprised if they didn't. And I might even cross-dress and, I don't know, head down to Parcheville on a Saturday night if they don't. Possibility. But I still can't see Napoli losing this one. So I'm going for a Napoli win. It's the Turin Derby Saturday night, 8:45. Juventus fans will be looking forward to this one. They are playing Torino, of course, as it's the derby. Again, it's going to be a tough game. Derbies are never easy, even though you know Juventus has much more quality than Torino. This is going to be a hot game, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some wild challenges going in Saturday night as well. But in my opinion, Juventus will win, possibly 1-0, because they're Juventus, and they do that very well. So I'm going for a Juventus win on Saturday. On Sunday, sorry Juve fans, Sunday, Sampdoria against AC Milan. People would probably expect AC Milan to win, but I don't know. I'm not so confident. I'm thinking a draw here. Sampdoria, decent at home usually. They've had an okay start to the season with some mixed results. I just think it's going to be a draw, Sampdoria against AC Milan. You'd think AC Milan will want to win, though, with the amount of money they spent in the summer, so should be pretty interesting. I've gone for a Chievo win away to Cagliari. I've gone for a Crotone win against Benevento in the battle of the bottom two so far. I'm just going for Crotone because they're at home. Inter play Genoa. Can't see anything but an Inter win. They've had a good start to the season, and they look pretty good. And with Spalletti, I say this all the time, just because I think he's bold and sexy and a great coach. But I think Spalletti is fantastic, and he will do a fantastic job for Inter. So I expect they will win this weekend against Genoa. Verona, Lazio, again at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. Yeah, I think Lazio will win, right? Lazio are a decent team. I'd expect them to finish in the top 5 in Italy this year. I don't think Verona will finish in the top 5 in Italy, nor maybe even the top 10. Be close. They'll be up there, but I think Lazio will win this weekend. And I'm going for draws between Sassuolo and Bologna and Fiorentina versus Atalanta. Those are the 6 and 8:45 games. Tough games to call, so I'm going to go for a draw in both of them. If your team is playing in Italy this week, good luck. Okay, and finally, we can end off the segment with our usual OzUncut ACCA, the accumulator for this week. How did I do last week? Well, I hope you haven't been relying on me so far. Mixed results, i.e. we've not won yet. But I'm still going to keep trying, man. I'll tell you one thing. I'm a very competitive person, and I don't give up too easy. So, just looking at last week's ACCA, I can tell you that I went for a Crystal Palace win. That didn't happen. I went for a Liverpool win. That didn't happen. I went for a Manchester United win. That did happen. I went for an Inter win, and I went for a Napoli win, which both happened. So 3 out of 5 again. So the first 2 weeks, 3 out of 5. I still got to get that 5 out of 5, and I think this week I'm going to manage it. I just got a good feeling. So my OzUncut accumulator for this week is this: Manchester City to win, Arsenal to win, Roma to win, Napoli to win, Juventus to win, and Inter Milan to win. 6 games. Probably won't give you the greatest odds, but I reckon those are 6 games, and all those teams will win. I'm feeling confident this week. Don't bet your house on it. I'm betting €1 single because I'm doing it just for fun. You can do what you want, but the €1 idea sounds fun to me. I don't want to be responsible for your wife leaving you, for you becoming an alcoholic, or you going down a spiral like you wouldn't believe. Don't blame that on me. Gamble responsibly, but have some fun. Or gamble responsibly and have some fun. So Man City win, Arsenal win, Roma win, Napoli win, Juventus win, Inter win. You heard it here on OzUncut. That's the ACCA for this week. You have yourself a great weekend, and good luck if your team's playing. Ciao.